All right, guys, today we're going to be starting off section 8.2, and today we're going to be working with perimeters of composite figures. Okay. As you should recall, the perimeter is the measure of the distance if you go all the way around the outside of a shape. Okay. And you have worked with composite figures before in sixth grade. Let me draw one for you. Okay. So let me undo that last bit. Okay, so this is a composite figure. It's roughly an arrow, correct? But really, a composite figure is two shapes that are put together. So an arrow is basically a rectangle right here with a triangle tacked on the one end, right? So composite figure, two or more shapes put together. So if we're asked for the perimeter of a composite figure, we're talking about the distance around the whole outside of this figure. Okay. If you'll notice, I'm doing this with a grid paper background, so we could pretty much, even if we're not given the distances, easily count boxes to come up with the different side lengths. So right here, this side will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this side. This side's also the same. Okay. These little parts of the the triangle, basically, they're going to be 2 each. That was all pretty easy. Now this section, you haven't been taught how to find the diagonal side length, when you're given a triangle over grid paper yet. So they're going to ask you to estimate these diagonals going through the grid paper as 1.5 or 1.5 per box, right? So this box is 1.5. All right, this is another 1.5. That's going to make 3. This is another 1.5. That's going to make 4.5 or 4.5. And this is another 1.5. All right, so that's going to make 6. All right. And this, again, this is 4 diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Instead of adding them up, you could just do 4 times 1.5, and you're going to get 6. Okay. So the perimeter is just all these sides added up. So we do 4 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2. All right. If we add every one of those side lengths up, we're going to get a perimeter of 32. And I'm just going to put a U here for units because they don't tell us how far each box is. They don't say if it's an inch or a centimeter or a meter. So actually, let me say P equals 32 units. All right, so you just want to be able to, look at a grid paper and know that you should be estimating these diagonals as 1.5 each. Okay, and you're just adding up all the side lengths. All right. You also might be given something like this. Now I have Gonna make a rectangle, basically. All right, but gonna have a square attached to it. Oh, did I mess this up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did mess it up. That's better. All right, you can see how basically I have this composite figure is a rectangle, correct? With a, oop, that wasn't quite a square. With a square attached to it. Rectangle and a square. Not perfectly drawn, but again, finger on a touchscreen. All right, and they tell you that, let's say this side is 10. All right. They tell you that this side right here is 3, and this side is 7, and this side is 5. All right, well, knowing that this side is 5 and this side is 3, I should be able to figure out that this side is going to be 8. Now, I did this on a grid paper background, so you could have counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if that grid wasn't there, just knowing that this vertical side is 3 and this vertical side is 5, you should be able to figure out that this whole side is 8. All right. And if this side is 7, basically, and this side is 10, we know that this has to be 3. All right, this is a review of stuff from 6th grade, really. And then you just have to figure out what the perimeter of this whole composite figure is. So we're just going to add up all of these side lengths. So RP is going to equal, in this case, it's going to go around 10 plus 8 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 5. All right. And again, you can use a calculator, just plug that in. And you're going to get a perimeter of 36 units. All right. Remember, they're not squared because it's not area, it's just perimeter. So if you walked around the outside of this shape, say this was the shape of somebody's living room and they had like a little nook over here, right? You'd be walking 36 units, whatever that is, feet or yards or meters, so on. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do for today. You're gonna have some similar questions on big ideas math, but there's going to be a part 2 to 8.2 where we get into some more complex problems tomorrow. All right, good luck, guys.